Hey, my beloveds. I haven't done that in a long time, have I? Welcome to today's video. I'm so happy to be here with all of you. We are in the kitchen because it's too windy and too cold outside today, and they are doing some construction in our place, and so pretty much every other room is completely disheveled. So we're in the kitchen, just like old times. And I'm so happy to be here with all of you. I'm really passionate about this topic that we're going to be talking about today. It's the concept of either or versus and. So this is a big topic for everybody, all the way around. Okay, so let me share a little story from my own life on how this concept was a challenge for me, and then what I'm going to do is give you guys a couple of tips on how you can go from the mentality of it has to be either or to the mentality of no, it can be and, it can be both, it can be all. So let me tell you exactly what I'm talking about. My whole life I felt like, I want to share something too, because I do read all your comments. Several people have said, Dr. Elizabeth, I really miss the videos where you're out traveling or you're taking us on adventures in different places. I do too, my beloveds. I do a lot. And I have a travel video coming up in the next couple weeks. Super excited to share that with you. But mainly, mainly, it's because I don't have anybody to film me now. And so those kind of videos require so much more production value, and I just don't have anybody really to film me. So, hello, anybody out there in LA? If you want to come on an adventure with me, I would love to have someone film me. So if there's anybody who does videography and they're interested, we would love to have you video me so I can go out on more adventures. So message me below or DM me on Instagram and let me know. Now, let's start with today's topic of either or versus and, which is what we want to get to. My whole life, so I'm going to start with the story and then share the tips. My whole life I felt like two distinct people. One is deeply spiritual, has always been a healer, has always been very deep into spirituality and my spiritual practices, meditation, all of this. That's like one whole aspect of myself. Healer, I'm trained for years and years in spirituality and also as a healer, intuitive medicine, regenerative medicine, all that aspect of myself. Then over here, there's this whole other aspect of myself that's into fashion and beauty and fitness and fun and travel and just all these wonderful things that are equally as big a part of me as this. And growing up, I really felt like I had to choose in between the two. And what I've come to learn in my 60 years on this planet, and what I want to share with you today, is that it isn't an either or, it's an and. And so I'm going to share with you a particular aha moment I got in my life very recently. And I'm hoping that that will help you guys in places where you might be feeling like it's either or, when it actually is an and. You can have both. So for a long time, I've really not shared this whole aspect of my life as a healer. I've been working as a healer, energy clearer, healer, intuitive, clairvoyant for a really long time. And I didn't share that. I didn't share it here. I didn't share it even out in the world. A lot of people who are very close to me don't even know that that's part of what I do. And I didn't share it because I was really there, and it's such an illogical, even as I say it, I'm like, that's so illogical, but I was really trapped in that thinking. I thought if I claim that, I will get stuck just in this profession. You either have to pick, I either have to pick all the things I do over here, which is modeling and acting and videos and speaking and all the fun things that are out in the world, or I'm a healer at home or working with my private clients in the studio. I thought it was an either or, and so for a long time I didn't really make it public because I really felt I was going to go kind of get down the rabbit hole and get stuck just in that career, which I love doing it. I love my private clients. I'm so excited about the group coaching that we're getting ready to start. I love helping people and working with people. And I still want to do this other aspect. And what I realized, the aha moment I had is, and it's funny because that aha moment came like in a flash when I finally began speaking about myself as a healer here on all my social media platforms and out in the world. I started talking about it more. I started accepting that, yes, I'm really embracing this flourishing practice that I now have as an energy healer, a clairvoyant, intuitive, and also a life coach. Like, I love doing that. And the funny thing is, the more I embraced that aspect of myself, what ended up happening is the more this aspect of myself began to flourish. I just got featured in a brand new documentary film that they just had a screening for here in LA this week. And it's opening up all sorts of doors for me. As you guys know, I just signed with a modeling agency, which I'm so excited about. I love my agent. I just adore her, Jo. You know I love you. And she's amazing. And I'm super excited about working and doing it's called Over 50 modeling or classic modeling. And I'm super excited about all these jobs. And what I realized is the more I embraced this aspect of myself, the more this aspect of myself, more opportunities actually came to me. And the more I say yes to this, the more this side, more of it comes to me and the more it flourishes. And so I share this story with you because once I got, okay, I won't be stuck in one choice once I make it, but it's an and here's the biggest aha. The more I say yes to each aspect of my life, the more all of them flourish. And that's such a beautiful aha moment, because the way I was raised and kind of the mentality that I grew up with was you couldn't choose. Like in my life growing up, we couldn't choose. It was either this or that. You either did this or you did that. And so that's where this mentality that I was kind of stuck with came from. And when you free yourself of this, you can't even begin to imagine all the opportunities that will flood to you, that the universe, God, whatever you believe as, higher source, whatever you believe will bring to you as these extraordinary opportunities once you embrace this idea of and as opposed to either or. So my invitation to you, my beloveds, is first of all, message me below if you get this. If you're like, oh my God, Dr. Elizabeth, yes, I feel the same way, or I have felt the same way, or I've been stuck in that same, constricting mindset. And just let me know, because I'm curious how many other people have struggled with this in their life, because I really did struggle with this a lot. I'm curious. And now that we have this kind of bing, light bulb, aha moment, the first step is really just embracing the multidimensional beingness of who you are. And that instead of them limiting you, that it's actually all encompassing. And the more you say yes to each area of your life, the more all areas of your life flourish. The last thing I'll say about this is, if something's in your heart, if God, the universe, put something on your heart as something that you love and you're dreaming of doing, you desire to do, you're longing to do, it's part of your purpose. It's part of your destiny. It's literally part of your soul's journey. You literally came here in this particular life incarnation to express all the gifts that are on your heart to express, all the talents that are in your beingness to express. It's like if I said, okay, like I remember for a long time, as far as being a doctor and being a dancer, I kind of went back and forth between those two as well. And it's an and there as well. Part of my gift was to share when I was still practicing as a doctor. Part of my gift was to share as a doctor. And then part of my gift was to share on stage. I can't tell you guys how many times after a performance someone would come to me and say, oh my God, I loved watching you dance. It filled my heart with joy to watch you so filled with joy in expressing your talents as a dancer on stage. And I was shocked by that. But I mean, every single performance, countless number of people lined up afterwards to say hello to me and say, oh my God, that just moved me so much. I love that so much. And so I don't share that to talk about me. I share that because what are those gifts inside of you? What's longing to come forth? Are you longing to write a book? Are you longing to start a business? Are you longing to dance? Are you longing to act? Are you longing to be a lawyer, a doctor, a business person, an executive? And are you longing to be several things? You might already be an executive and you're like, I also think I'd like to write a book. Or you might be an author and you're like, I think I'd like to start a business. Or you might be a coach and you might be like, I think I'd also like to be a fitness model. There's no limit to the way we express our talents. That's where I'm talking about the and. But my beloveds, I want you to really hear me on this. There's no limit to the ways and the amounts in which we can share all of our gifts. You might not be able to be a lawyer, an author, and a professional dancer all within this week. You might have to be the lawyer during the week, maybe be the author on the weekend, and then maybe a month from now when you have a weekend, you can go and do your dancing. But they all fit in. It's not like I either can be a lawyer or I can be the dancer. Just like I could either be a doctor or I could be a dancer. And when we free ourselves from that limiting paradigm of either or, my beloveds, the sky's the limit on the kind of extraordinary life and expression of our being we get to be. And that's really, because you guys know, on this channel, I'm all about helping everybody and encouraging everybody to be the most extraordinary version of ourselves, me included. When we remember it's not either or, but it's and, that's how we can fully express all aspects of our being and be totally fulfilled and be completely happy. And you can't even imagine the miracles that can open up for you when you say yes in one area of your life or already practicing in one area of your life, and that could open up a whole nother door. I was on a fitness show in the mid-90s. I was a co-host of a fitness show on national television and also had my own segments called Ask Dr. Elizabeth. I got that show because I was a doctor, not because I was the fittest girl in the gym. I was already fit and I was a fitness model, but they asked me to do the show because I was a doctor and it was a great fit for what they were looking for. So that being a doctor didn't limit me in being a fitness model and being a television show host. It actually added to it. I think I've blabbed long enough. Point clear, Dr. Elizabeth. Okay, so if you have any questions, message me below. If you have any comments about this topic, message me below. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really love this concept of and as opposed to either or. It really saved my life, and I really hope it opens up tremendous doors of opportunity for you as well. All right, my beloveds, you guys know I love you to infinity and back. I appreciate you so, so much. Remember, you can do this particular practice. You can do. I know you can do. And I'm here to support you every step of the way on that. Love you guys. Ciao.